You're looking at a live view of the Falcon Heavy on historic launch pad 39A at Kennedy Space Center, awaiting liftoff at 2:30 a.m. local
15 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Ignition.
Vehicles pitching downrange.
T+ 25 seconds into flight under the thrust of over 5 million pounds. Falcon Heavy is headed to space. We're getting ready to throttle down for passing through the period of maximum dynamic pressure. The view should be the side booster cameras on two sides and the center core in the middle.
Booster shutdown.
Booster separation confirmed.
Over the cheering in the background, it's going on midnight, but a lot of people here at SpaceX. Side boosters have separated. They're getting ready for their burn back to Cape Canaveral. You can see on the left and right views, the side boosters have ignited. The center core continues under full power. Everything looking good on the Falcon Heavy. We have shutdown on the center core.
Go. Stage separation confirmed.
We have successful separation and ignition. We're coming up on shutdown of the two side boosters.
Side booster, boost back shutdown.
And we've heard the call out side booster, boost back shutdown. The center core, you can see, is not doing a boost back. It's headed downrange to the drone ship. Here comes fairing separation.
Cross-ranger nominal. Fairing separation confirmed.
We have confirmation of the payload fairing separation. So far, 4 minutes, 17 seconds into flight. Second stage looking good, headed to low Earth orbit, carrying the 24 satellites. The side boosters have done their first boon, coming back to Cape Canaveral. The center core has separated and is beginning its long coast downrange to the drone ship in the Atlantic Ocean. So at 4 minutes, 35 seconds and counting, everything looking good on Falcon Heavy.
Side booster entry burn startup.
And we have confirmation that the entry burn has begun. And in about 15 seconds from now, we expect that to end. Oh, wow. Hear the crowd cheer behind me. And that entry burn has completed. Note that second engine cutoff and the center core will be landing almost at the same time. So we're going to have a few events in succession at about T+ 8 minutes and 21 seconds. About 10 seconds away.
Side booster landing burn startup.
We've heard the call out for side booster landing burn startup, and there you see it on your screen. See it coming towards our two landing pads. Landing legs deployed. Incredible. Confirmed side booster landing. What an iconic view. We've also at the same time, I believe we've had second engine cutoff at the same time.
Center core entry burn.
Oh, we have the confirmation. Looks like that was the confirmation for it to begin. So we're a little bit off the timeline.
Center core entry burn shut down.
And we had just heard the confirmation that center core entry burn has shut down. And now that the entry burn is complete, the center core is moving back about 20% faster than it was at the end of the Falcon Heavy 2 Arabsat entry burn.
First stage Cape LOS expected.
Stage 1 landing burn has started.
And we have confirmation that the center core landing burn has begun. Could see that coming down on Of Course I Still Love You.
Center core runways are deployed.
Got a pretty good view. And as you can see on our screen, it looks like our center core did not make it on our drone ship, Of Course I Still Love You tonight. Again, as we've been mentioning, this was the most challenging landing that we've had to date. And this is our secondary mission. So our primary mission, we just heard the call out for a good orbit of our second stage. So we are actually just moments away from our first deployment of the evening for Oculus ASR. And as we expected, looks like we lost that live view. So we will wait to get some confirmation of that deployment, and we will update you guys in a few minutes later on in the webcast. We are now in between ground stations for the next few minutes with nothing to see. So we are going to take a quick break, but we will be leaving you with an animation that shows you where we are throughout the post phase.
Coming up on deployment in about 5 seconds.
P-Pod 2 deploy confirmed.
And there's the call out from the avionics engineer. Always a little bit tense as you're waiting for them to confirm that the signal indicates that the door is open. Inside of each of the deployers is a spring that pushes out the CubeSats. And what we have is confirmation that the Air Force Academy deployable optical telescope should be in orbit on its own now.
P-Pod 3 deploy confirmed.
And confirmation, P-Pod number 3 has opened. Armadillo should be on its way into orbit in the vacuum of space.
P-Pod 4 deploy confirmed.
And we have confirmation over the net from
Acquisition
avionics.
HPK.
P-Pod number 4 has deployed. At the same time, we now have acquisition of signal over Hartebeestok, known as HBK, in Africa.
P-Pod 5 deploy confirmed.
We've heard the confirmation. P-Pod 5 is deployed.
P-Pod 6 deploy confirmed.
We've got confirmation over the net. P-Pod 6 deployer has opened.
P-Pod 7 deploy confirmed.
And we've got it a little late sounding, but we have confirmation. P-Pod 7 is open to deploy the second of the 2 Beacon experiment satellites for the University of Michigan. And all I've got to say for that is go blue.
P-Pod 8 deploy confirmed.
Deploy confirmed, and we saw it, at least I did, coming out of the top of the screen. So Stangsat and Leo have successfully separated. And as a reminder, the Merritt Island High School team has been working on this project since 2011, according to their Facebook page. So after waiting a long time for a ride to space, we'll celebrate deployment with Go Mustangs! So we've gotten through the first set of satellite deployments. The Oculus SmallSat and the 8 P-Pods have all opened up. We've got a 21-minute break before we relight the second stage engine to change away from ignition.
Engine at power.
We've heard the call out. Engine is at power. This is planned to be about a 22-second burn. Throttling down the MVAC engine. And we heard a report, we have good shutdown.
Nominal orbit insertion.
And what we love to hear, the guidance, navigation, and control engineer over the countdown net reports good orbital insertion. And ladies and gentlemen, there we've got way out in the Atlantic, even farther away than the drone ship, Ms. Tree successfully with a payload fairing half. The second payload fairing half they've also spotted in the water, but we have accomplished the first landing on the net of a Falcon payload fairing half. So another first time accomplishment for the SpaceX team, especially out there in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean.
We won't have a visual of this deployment. There is also a good chance we may not have real-time confirmation of deployment since we will be over the Kwajalein ground station. Kwajalein can only record data. It does not send SpaceX real-time.
And there you see the release on your screen of MPSat, a successful
deploy
deployment
confirmed.
and confirmed over the net.
Again, we will not be able to see this live since it is not in our camera view.
OTB payload deploy confirmed.
And we just got that confirmation for the OTB deployment.
GPIM deploy confirmed.
And we have just confirmed, and we actually saw a little bit of confirmation, of deployment of GPIM satellite. We're now one step closer to changing the way we travel to and around space.
Now currently we are in a 3.5 minute maneuver to get to the correct position for the deployments. As I mentioned, the next deployment comes up at just after 31.5 minutes, 1 hour 31.5 minutes into flight. There goes the first cosmic satellite.
2 satellite 5 deploy confirmed.
Right on time.
Cosmic 2 satellite 6 payload deploy confirmed. Cosmic 2 satellite 2 deploy confirmed. Cosmic 2 satellite 4 deploy confirmed. Satellite 1 deploy confirmed. 3 deploy confirmed.
And we've heard the call out from avionics confirming what we all just got to see. Cosmic 2-3 successfully deployed. That makes 6 for 6 for the Cosmic satellites. Everything continuing to go well on the deployment sequence. We're spinning the engine and we have ignition. Throttling down. And we should have shutdown of the second stage engine. Waiting for the data to be processed to show us what the orbit looks like.
Nominal orbit insertion.
And the call out, the one we always like from guidance, navigation, and control engineer, is a nominal orbit insertion.
And there you see second engine startup. Again, this will be about 35 seconds long, and this is the most relights in SpaceX history for a second stage. And there is second engine cut off. That completes our second engine burn for the night.
Nominal orbit insertion.
It looks.
And we have good orbit.
Nice. Yeah, sorry to talk over you. We got confirmed good orbit. And now that we have good orbit, we are waiting for our final deployment of the DSX satellite for the Air Force at about T plus 3 hours and 34 minutes.
DSX payload deploy confirmed.
And there you see it. What a beautiful image. 24 of 24.
Well, T plus 3 hours, 34 minutes, 42 seconds since we lifted off from Kennedy Space Center, Complex 39A. It's been a bit of a marathon, but when you finish a marathon, you really feel good. We've had an outstanding mission tonight. We lifted off from 39A, turned night into day with the Falcon Heavy, over 5 million pounds of thrust. The center core went downrange, and we knew it was going to be the toughest mission ever for a center core. We did get the visibility of the drone ship camera, but we just missed the drone ship, Of Course I Still Love You. However, the side boosters made up for that with a great return to landing zones 1 and 2 for the side booster. Wonderful landing there. Second stage went into orbit. We did 4 burns of the second stage. All of them were right on target. We did 24 payload separations. And then the icing on the cake tonight was the ability to get 1/2 of the payload fairing, as we were targeting, into the net above the ocean on our recovery ship known as Ms. Tree. So altogether, it's been a great, wonderful evening here at SpaceX. We'd like to thank our customer, the U.S. Air Force, for entrusting us with tonight's mission. We'd like to thank the 45th Space Wing for range safety, Kennedy Space Center for range support, and we'd also like to thank all our viewers for logging in. Follow our website and social media platforms for updates on our next missions and milestones. And until next time, have a good night.